Good morning, students. Today we'll learn the third chapter of moral science, loving one's family. So, how important is loving one's family? A family becomes a real family only when the members of the family love each other and have respect for each other. Love and respect are two things which should always be there in a family. All the elders of the house should be respected by the younger ones. Similarly, all the younger ones should be loved and advised and guided by the elders time to time so that they don't make mistake. With all the experience of the elders, they should try to make the family remain intact. Also, they have the responsibility to make the youngers understand the importance of staying together and loving each other. Family means cooperation, respect, discipline. All these are part of a family. Now, in this chapter, we are going to learn about Anubhav's realization about family. How Anubhav realized the importance of family. That we'll learn in this chapter. So let's begin. No pizza balls or the yaw. If you want a birthday party, it's got to be at home. Anubhav didn't miss the finality in his mother's voice. He knew that arguing or pleading would make his mother change her mind. So he stormed out of the room. Why can't mom and dad be like my friends' parents? It's not as if we can't afford a party at Pizza Paul's, grumbled Anubhav, as he plonked himself down on the bed. Aranya and Mahesh, Anubhav's parents, were both professors. Though they earned well, they never indulged themselves or their son. Anubhav had to go to school by bus. His parents used a car even though they both had cars. They had AC only in the bedrooms. They went out to eat only once in a month. It's about principles, Anubhav's father would say. Your mother and I believed in certain values and we live our life by those. What happened? Are you not feeling well? A shaky old voice broke into Anubhav's thoughts. It was Anubhav's grandaunt, Rekha. Rekha was the aunt of Anubhav's father. She had always lived in the village with Anubhav's grandfather. When his grandfather died and there was no one to look after her, Anubhav's father invited her to stay with them and she agreed. Oh, go away, Aunt Rekha, don't disturb me. I want to be left alone, Anubhav said. Not before you have your glass of milk. I have specially made it for you with almonds and honey. Rekha said, extending a huge glass towards Anubhav. Leave it on the table, I will drink it later, said Anubhav without bothering to look up. I know you, your smart ways. Drink up right now while I watch you, said Rekha. She will never let me do that what I want to. Always keep interfering and forcing me to do things, Anubhav uttered under his breath as he drank the milk. Though he had to admit that it tasted fantastic. Ever since she came, she had taken on the role of Anubhav's nanny, come doctor, come disciplinarian. She was forever instructing him, drink this, don't eat that, do it this way, don't do it now. Just 2 days ago, as the family sat down for dinner, Anubhav said that he wanted to drink juice instead of buttermilk. Please drink the buttermilk I have made. It will calm your stomach, which is already suffering due to all the junk that you feed it, said Rekha. But I don't eat junk. Before Anubhav could complete his sentence, Rekha had dismissed him, saying, Yes, yes, I know. Anubhav just couldn't understand her. What a Hitler she is. I wish she had never come here, he thought himself. I wish you'd go away to the village, said Anubhav loudly. 3 days later, Anubhav's father called his wife and son to his room. I have something to tell you. Aunt Rekha says that she is getting bored here. She wants to go back to the village. I tried to convince her, but she says that she can't get used to the ways of the city. Oh no, cried Anubhav's mother. I really thought she would like to live here. She seemed to be enjoying herself. My students often come here in the afternoons to chat with her and eat the lovely snacks she makes. She says that she had given it a good thought and insists on leaving tomorrow. I asked her to stay until Anubhav's birthday, but she wants to leave immediately. Anubhav knew what had brought about Aunt Rekha's decision. Should I apologize? He wondered. Anubhav sat at his desk to finish his homework, but found that he had left his pen in his parents' room. As he neared their room, he heard his father say, Aunt Rekha is so good to us. She takes care of Anubhav too. She teaches him good habits. I wish she would stay. The next morning, Anubhav had got up before everyone else and tiptoed to Aunt Rekha's room. She was already awakened. Anubhav flung his arm around the old lady. Then he said, I'm sorry for my behavior. Please forgive me for hurting you. Stay with us, please. So this was the story of Anubhav's realization. From here, what do we get to know? In this story, we get to know that the senior members of our family always love and care for us, and they also need love and care of ours. It is too important to stand by him or her when someone in the family goes through difficult times. Being there for each other, believing in and respecting each other are some of the things that make a family a place of love, warmth, and security. So, here what do we notice is that Anubhav ultimately realized the importance of the family. Anubhav at last realized that he had done a mistake and he should apologize before his grandmother or grandaunt, better to say. And he did so. And he was asked forgiveness for hurting her sentiments. So these are the things which are very essential. If you don't do this, then the family will break up. In a family, there should not be any kind of ego or haughtiness. Family means it's a one place. It's an umbrella which protects us from many difficulties of life. So we should always try to stay as long as together in the family or under the umbrella of the family. So students, listen to your elders. Don't argue with them. You should keep in mind that when your mother or father or anybody else in your member of your house scolds you, it's for your good. When they tell you to do something, do it, because they are more experienced than you. They have seen the world more than what you have seen. So you should listen to them. They are never wrong. They have whole experience of the world. That's why they try to give advice. We should not take their advice as something negative. We should take it as a positive sign for us. So, here on this note, I end the story. In this story, also, please